And we're back! After 3 months of no uploading. Yeah, sorry. 2K19 got pretty toxic, so yeah. I tried to make a lot of videos. They all corrupted. I don't know what was going on. I'm hoping this video doesn't corrupt. Anyway, this is the 2K20 demo. I'm going to try, in this video, to recreate a slashing defender. Just because I want it to be a good build. I've had it the last 2 years, and it really did me a lot of good last year. So we'll see how they go this year. Now, obviously, I'm narrating this after recording this. I should have done it, but I was playing at 4 in the morning, so I couldn't really talk at that time. So we're recording it now, and I will just talk over you. This is the skill breakdown area where they say there's no archetypes this year, blah 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 blah. It's essentially archetypes. You've got your pie charts of like preset things. On the right it shows what sort of percentage of what is what, don't know what is what, and on the left shows you all the stats. The highlighted ones are obviously your better ones. So there's obviously builds that are better at finishing, shooting, playmaking, or defensive rebounding. Ones that have sort of a reasonable mix, and ones that are like, the majority of that. So the green one, majority shooting, you get majority playmaking. So they've essentially still got all their archetypes in the game. The only difference is that you can choose all of the potential stats that it says on the right side of the left side. You get to choose how high you want to put those stats based on how many attribute points the build will get once you've chosen. You'll see in a minute that it comes up with a number of somewhere between 400 and like 450 points that you can chuck on. That was the build that I thought. It's basically just a lockdown, but the dunks are way higher, so I went with that one. I wanted it to be pretty well rounded, so I chucked it as the well rounded one. They've changed a lot of stuff this year in terms of making your player and the way it's all done. See, I get 409 stats here, which is actually pretty low. A few of the other builds that I went to make were up around the 430, 440 mark. But obviously I want this build to be a defensive build. It has extremely high rebounding for whatever reason. But yeah, I've got this as a defensive and rebounding build, so I max out all of that good stuff first. And I'm not going to be shooting on this build, so all the rest of my points are then going to go on to finishing. Max all of that out. As you can see, as the points go on to whatever category you're putting them onto, see on the finishing I'm putting them, the more stats I put up, the more badges I unlock for that category. I'm not sure what the caps are per category that you have to get them to, but you can see as you go through the badges going up. See, I've just put up to 6. Now I start to play around with a little. I've got no attribute points left, and I just need to decide how many badges I want in each different category. So as I'm taking them off of the playmaking, I lose some badges, but then as I go to redistribute them under the different pass accuracy, post moves and stuff that's there, it changes how many badges I have to that category. I'm not sure what triggers it, as I said, but if you play around with it, I'm sure you can work out what you want where, and as to how many badges you want on the player. This is important because the more badge upgrades that you can get once you've finished playing around with this, the more obviously Hall of Fame gold or whatever tier badge you want you can unlock. It works pretty simply, going from bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame requires 4 to unlock, gold is 3, silver's 2, bronze is 1. So the more badge upgrades you have, the better your badges are going to be, essentially, in whatever category that is. I'm not going to be a shooting build, so I have not got any stats on the shooting whatsoever. Not terribly fussed about that. I'm not making this build to shoot. It's there to play defense and stop everyone. They've added a lot of new defensive badges, which some of them are pretty interesting. So I thought I'd chuck them on to give them a go. And I'm pretty sure I end up with like 10 badges total. Once I've finished fighting around with all the stats, you just click A, choose whatever body type you want. It doesn't affect your stats, but your height obviously do. It shows you on the left the stats that get affected and your physical attributes that get affected, making it taller or shorter. Last year I was 6'10", but I don't know, just looking at the stats, it didn't really add up to what I wanted to be. At 6'9" is the tallest you can make a small forward this year, but 6'9" didn't seem to really do much of what I wanted with the build, so I decided to go with 6'6". It's a little bit shorter, but obviously I'm not making this build to run the center. I reckon it's just going to be a good all-round defensive build that can guard, obviously point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and potentially power forwards. Defense and the movement in the game feels really, I want to say good. They've changed it so your player doesn't really seem to get caught out facing the wrong way so much when you try and use your left thumbstick to move, and when you go to move, you move with your shoulders first, as you kind of do in real life, unless you're trying to intentionally not do that. But if you go to take off in a certain directions, you will point with your shoulders and your chest forward, which is what you do a lot in this game, and it feels really good and really responsive. So I'm hoping that once we get an actual look at the game and not just this demo, you'll be able to really get a good feel for your player, and I reckon a lot of people are going to do really good this year. And we'll just have to wait and see how people go. I don't go max weight this year. Put it to 220, whatever it said. You can read that. And obviously I'm going to go max wingspan again because I want those steals and blocks. I'm a defensive build. Don't need the ball control. Don't need the shooting. That doesn't matter. I thought about choosing glass cleaner takeover, but we went with a lockdown because I'm not sure how the glass cleaner takeover would really go. I probably had the rebounding set a bit high, but that's okay. Help me get out those extra defensive badges. So once we're all said and done with it all, selected our takeover, we've got a two-way finisher. I'm not sure if you can get it to say slashing defender. It's basically the same thing, just said the other way around. I'm not honestly fussed with it. I'm just more concerned with how the build plays. You get to test your build straight away. You can test whatever overall you would like to play at. Obviously, I'm just going to put it to 99 to see what it's like, just for the hell of it, because who's ever really going to get to 99? I mean, there might be a lot of people this year. Apparently, it would only take about 40 hours to get to 94 or 5. I'm not sure. This is secondary information, so don't quote me on that. But I'm feeling like the road to 99 is going to be a lot less, and it's not actually going to be a road to 99. It's just you can get to 99. Mike Wang put out a tweet saying it will be interesting to see who can, was it maintain or hold 99 overall? So I'm guessing that means that once you hit 99, you need to maintain being at 99, keeping yourself there. So here's where you get to choose all your badges that you would want on. You can have a breeze through that. All the badges that I thought would be effective at the position that I'm at. I'll be playing more on the perimeter. The defensive leader badge is an interesting one. I put it Hall of Fame just because I wanted to see how it went, and I'm hoping it's a good badge, especially when you're playing with teammates. Give them all a defensive boost. Slashing badges, I made a mistake here when I was doing this. On Gold Giant Slayer, thinking that would be great for dunking on big players, but it only helps with your layups. So don't put it on expecting it to help you with contact dunks or anything like that. I only have one shooting badge, so we just chuck on catch and shoot for whatever reason. There's a new badge in the game, a lot of new badges, but quick first step. Any build can get it gold, provided you have 3 playmaking badges. It's super noticeable when you're using triple threat and you do jab steps and whatnot. And the easiest way to get to the hole is to just do a jab step, get the player leaning, and then step out of it really quickly. So I would not be surprised if that is one of the most used badges in the entire game. I would imagine everyone would get quick first step because it's super handy. Triple threat's just so deadly if you can do it right on any build. Doesn't matter what build it is. You get a jab step and then that quick first step past the player, you're to the hole for a layup, whatever, draw the D, kick it out. It's just super handy. So if you are making a build and you don't know what playmaking badges to put on, you don't have that many badge upgrades, probably put on quick first step, regardless of what your build is. It will be super helpful to any build, I guarantee it. I put it gold because I can get it gold, and just for shits and gigs, I put gold ankle breaker just to see how it goes. I know I don't have great ball handling, but I reckon it'd be quite funny to see someone drop to the deck. So they are all my badges, and that is what I believe will be the best slashing defender build for 2K20. I've got plenty more videos to come, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one.